The man wanted to end his life in prison. He soaked rice in broth and then walked straight up to a bald man. The bald man was the prison bully. The bully looked at him in confusion. The next moment, the man slammed the plate onto the bully's head. Everyone froze. Before the bully could react, the man beat him violently like a madman and shouted insults. The humiliated bully snapped his chopsticks in anger, his eyes filled with killing intent. Before he could steady himself, the man landed a heavy punch and sent him flying. The bully spat blood and lay still. Everyone stayed rooted to the spot. No one expected that this fierce newcomer really wanted to die. The man had been a lawyer. He was framed as the country's largest drug lord and went to prison for someone else's crime. From the moment he arrived, the bully tormented him. Guards beat him, hung him up, and mocked him without giving him a moment to breathe. The worst humiliation was when the bully forced him to stand trembling on a shaky chair for survival, then kicked him off and nearly choked him to death. Though he survived, the abuse never stopped. He went hungry and became the bully's punching bag. In despair, Chang-ho wrote a will and wanted only to die. A cellmate warned him that a failed suicide would be worse than death and would make him the prison's public enemy. Could he not even die? Lifted his head and a crazy plan formed. If he could not kill himself, he would make someone else kill him. He targeted the bully first, but the bully had lost his fighting edge. The man knocked him down with one punch. The plan failed. He then chose a more terrifying target, a serial killer who had murdered 9 people in 8 victims' ears. The man walked up and taunted him. The killer drew a knife. He felt a flash of joy, thinking he would finally die, but the killer still did not move. Desperate, he grabbed the man's hand and cried, "Kill me." Instead, the killer dropped the knife and began to wail, "Mama." The man's words had reminded him of his dead mother. He broke down and repented. The bid for death failed again. More absurdly, after these 2 incidents, the man unexpectedly became the top figure in the prison. No one dared provoke him anymore. Even the guard who served meals started giving him double portions. The man was completely stunned. Then a cellmate mentioned that an escapee had been shot and killed the night before. An idea lit up in his mind. An escape might get him killed. That night he crawled through pipes and ran the corridors and finally slipped out of his cell. Sure enough, guards spotted him as soon as he left. He steeled himself, spread his arms, waved a wooden stick, and shouted for the guards to shoot him. They quickly surrounded him and raised their guns. Just as they were about to fire, the warden saw the man's face on the monitors. The warden shouted, "Do not shoot." Once again, his attempt to end his life had failed.